They continued looking. Mary, a mom of young children herself, kept singing children's songs. They called her children, and she wanted to do the same for Andrew. She sang, "Row, row, row your boat," until she came to a ledge and heard what sounded like a turkey gobble. Looking towards that sound, she saw a young boy without any clothes on, popped up from the briar patch. Mary immediately greeted Andrew as if it was a regular encounter to him, to try and keep him calm and comfortable. Patsy joined, and the two of them shared their sweatshirts with the cold, muddy boy while they cradled him until he almost fell asleep. Now, unable to use their cell phones, Patsy finally got service and called the sheriff. And as they waited, the women continued to comfort Andrew after his overnight stay along the creek in some very scary conditions. Mary's eyes teared up as she thought about what could have happened and how it was a miracle, and then thanked the Lord for using her and Patsy to find Andrew. When law enforcement found them, they carried Andrew to his family, and what started as a normal day had now become a day that two strangers saved a young boy's life simply because they were willing to go look. So please join me in welcoming Patsy Bryant and Mary Parker to the stage to receive their Good Samaritan Hero Award.
Making me go first. First of all, I'd like to thank God because He brought us together. We were total strangers before. That was the first time we had met. And the fact of it was, Andrew had autism and he couldn't speak, and that makes a search more difficult. I will say that there was places we went through to get to this little boy that only God could have done. It was unreal. He was in a briar patch, and he'd been there all night, you could tell. But, it's something that morning just told me to get up and go, that I needed to. And along with finding Andrew, which was totally the best thing that could ever happen in my life, I think it was God that meant for me and her to meet that morning. And I also think it was God that He gave us the strength to save Andrew. And it was also God that morning. It was really 2 lives saved is what I say. And that is mine, because it helped me find God again. And now that's what, I'm basing my life on. And I do want to keep trying to help find people. But to me, and I'll let you know this, but I'm not the hero. This 9-year-old boy who spent the night in the woods alone is the hero. And I'm just glad I was a part of it. And to let y'all know, Andrew now is a spunky, soon-to-be 10-year-old. And if you know anything about autism, it is hard. On the parents and for him. But I'd like to thank everyone for the award.
I would like to thank the Red Cross and the community for this award. I feel very honored. And most of all, I want to thank God, because I know that He brought Patsy and I together, who were complete strangers, and gave us the strength, the knowledge, and the direction to find this little boy and bring him home to his parents. I'm so thankful that it turned out well, and I also gained a friend that day, because Patsy and I, the funny thing is we live so close. We live within, 5 miles of each other. We had never met, and we met that day, and we're still friends. And it was just a wonderful experience, and I thank God for that.
So what a wonderful morning this has been. Normally, when I'm in a room with
Heroes every year continue to inspire me, and we are not done yet. Our next hero category is our Good Samaritan hero. And this year we are honoring two very selfless and brave women. Just this past November, a young boy's family was searching frantically for their son, Andrew, who had gotten out of their home and was lost. As search crews gathered outside of the wooded area, two women who were strangers found each other and decided to team up and look for Andrew. This is the story of our Good Samaritan heroes. Patsy Bryant and Mary Parker woke up on what seemed like a typical weekday, but went to bed with the memory of finding a very scared young boy and reassuring a very thankful.
Their energy, or even their finances. And today we have the honor of meeting 10 heroes in our community. They're sitting in this room right now, and as we meet them and honor them, I want you to remember that you too have the capacity to make a difference. You've already been a hero to so many people, whether it's been recognized or maybe it's gone unrecognized. But as we're meeting these heroes today, I want you to remember that you too are a hero and you make a positive impact in the lives of people you meet. So let's get started.
Good morning. I am Patty Martin with WSET. I am so happy to be here with Bill Bodine. He's the president of the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation, and we are here to celebrate our local heroes. And I'd like to begin the program by thanking you. Thank you for taking all your time to support local disaster relief. Now, we are here today to honor very special people. They have brought their spouses, their children, supervisors, colleagues, and friends. And our hope is that today you are inspired by their incredible acts of service and selflessness. In the words of one of our country's most inspirational civil rights activists, Martin Luther King Jr., life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? This morning, what you are about to hear are stories of people in our community taking the initiative to enter unfamiliar territories, sacrifice free time, commit to a lifetime of service, all for the sake of goodwill, and to give of their most valued treasure, their time, to help others. Let's meet these heroes.
To start off our morning, we're going to recognize a man who never stops working. Mike Brady served during the Vietnam War and now dedicates his free time in serving our veterans in various ways. Nominated for his consistent work with veterans and a drive to see them taken care of, Mike Brady exemplifies what it means to be a service to armed forces heroes. As one of the first members of the Lynchburg Veterans Council, Mike has given close to 3,500 hours of volunteer service to the council and its programs. His desire, along with all those affiliated, is to make sure that servicemen, women, widows, families, spouses are taken care of, along with advocating for our military in public forums and working to keep the honor of our veterans' service intact. 2 years ago, Mike embarked on a journey to bring back the Veterans Parade to Lynchburg City. It had been nearly 80 years since Lynchburg had run a parade. With the help of partners like Liberty, Lynchburg City Council, the Veterans Council, other veterans military organizations, and the funding of sponsors and donors, Lynchburg hosted its first Veterans Parade since 1938, and this was in 2017, and its second one was held last year. As the legacy of the new Veterans Parade carries on, Mike has plans to see other things come to fruition for those who gave so much for our freedom. Working alongside corporate sponsors and other nonprofits, Mike has helped organize a home for homeless veterans to help them get on their feet. His plan and his hope is that all 25,000 local veterans have a safe living space, and he's starting one veteran at a time. He's also taken active steps in helping veterans who have come out of prison find housing and employment. He sees no reason for our servicemen and women to not have a roof over their heads. And he's doing all he can to see this dream come true. Recently, Mike received a phone call from two homeless veterans. Through the council and other service providers, Mike was able to secure housing for these folks in need and come 2 steps closer to ending poverty and homelessness among our local vets. Although Mike is not here today, he's rooting on his grandson as he plays college baseball. It's my honor to recognize Mike Brady and the veterans in the room today for their service to the country and locally. At this time, I'd ask David Stokes, the president of Lynchburg Veterans Council, to come up and accept the award on behalf of Mike.
The next hero category is new to the event this year. Before we recognize the corporate hero, though, I'd like to reiterate that all of our sponsors in this room are heroes. There is no way that we could ever recognize each.
I know you're busy. Is Jack here? She's somewhere.
Oh, I've got 2 more on this table.
I agree. Yeah, they should have.